Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. Today on Fun with Flowers and Jay, we're creating a fairy garden. For today's project, we're going to create a fairy garden. This has been a popular trend all over the place right now. We're seeing all sorts of little fairy type furniture, things that go into the gardens. And the way the story goes is that you create the fairy garden, whether it's in a dish like this, or a terrarium, or even in your yard. If your garden is pretty enough and welcoming enough, the fairies will come and populate the garden. So today, we're going to create a diorama inside this little plastic dish. I've added a layer of stones in the bottom, and then my potting soil over the top. Because this doesn't have a hole in the bottom, we want those stones for good drainage. Then, we'll decide where we're going to put our plants. I've got the baby tiers. They'll be good up front. And we'll use this garden gate in the back as an entrance. We'll use one of the taller plants on another side and another plant on that side. We'll also use this pink one down front, and we might tuck this one in between over here. It's almost like landscaping, only on a miniature scale. So now that we know where everybody's going to go, we bump our plants out of their pots. If it's really root bound like this, we'll just go around the bottom and peel back a few of those roots so that there's good exposure on the bottom. We'll dig a hole and break that up enough so that we can get it nestled right down at the perfect level. This button fern is going to look awesome in there. I also tried to select plants that went well together. In this case, all of our plants are tropical kinds of plants, so they're going to have similar water conditions. Once we have all the plants placed exactly where we want them, we'll water them in. And you'll notice that I'm going to spot water. I'll water where each plant is so that I don't saturate everything. Now we can start to add our different components. Our garden gate goes back here, and it's got some wires that make it long, so it can fit down in the soil and go deep. Ours isn't that deep, so we'll cut these off. But first, let's put a path of stones all the way through. We'll add a few more on this side. These can become as intricate as you want them to be. You could use all sorts of little pebbles and make a perfect little patio, or maybe you'd use a mirror and make it be like a little pond. There's all sorts of fun things. Reminds me of when I was a little kid and terrariums were so popular. I like the way that the button fern kind of lays over the top of it And we can also bring a little bit of this ivy over and weave it through the sides of the trellis. There's all sorts of great little furniture. Little benches, little chairs. I love the bike. We've got a wheelbarrow. We've also little tools, a little shovel and a hoe. So we can place those anywhere inside here. Just a little bench right there. We've got another little chair we can put up towards the front. We can park our little wheelbarrow over here on the side. Maybe our bike goes right at the front of the gate. So now we have something interesting that goes all the way from the front to the back. A great way to get your kids involved is to use action figures or different types of sculptures they might have. A great unicorn like this, he could be hiding out back here on the back side. Or maybe you want to get your little guys involved too, and you add action figures. Or maybe doing the gardening. There's all sorts of different possibilities. Shovel and our hoe there. The most important part is to make it welcoming and fun. Because, as legend goes, if you make a welcoming, fun fairy garden, the fairies will show up. Until next time, keep having fun with flowers.